What's up, everyone? Welcome to the Power Play with CJ. We're focusing on the St. Louis Blues firing Ken Hitchcock with 32 games to go in the 2016-2017 NHL season, and the Blues being in a playoff spot, much lower than they thought, but at least they're in a playoff spot. It's more than you can say about a few other teams that were expected to compete. I look at it from the perspective of it's cut off your nose to spite your face. Yeah, they had to do something drastic here, but I don't think firing Ken Hitchcock was the right play. I think an upgrade in net, whether it was reacquiring Brian Elliott or even reacquiring Ben Fisher for that matter, would have been more sensible. And maybe they still go down that course. And we got a month between now and the deadline, so that's a possibility. That's one of those situations you keep an eye on and see what happens. But again, I just not in love with the move. I think Mike Yeo is a competent coach. I think we've seen that in Minnesota before. I think he needed to get out of Minnesota. But that's neither here nor there. We'll see what happens. I mean, I wasn't in love with the kind of succession plan either, where it's Hitchcock's gonna coach this year and then Yo's gonna take over, because this is gonna be Hitch's last year as a coach anyway. It's just nepotism is not the right word because it's not nepotism, but it just was kind of like one of those. Oh, all right, no disrespect to Mike Yeo, but if a better coach were to hit the market this summer, Claude Julien, would that be a route the Blues would want to go down, as opposed to being tied down with their heir apparent or successor, whatever, of course, of whatever you want to use. So we'll see. But again, this is one of the situations. This team has more flaws than just the coaching staff. And I think blaming Ken Hitchcock, the team struggling, is stupid and lazy. But something has to be done. And, relieving the coach sends a message that, look, guys, it's kind of like when your team's getting lit up, you yank your starting goalie. It's not the goal. I mean, most times it's not the goalie's fault that you're in that much of a hole. But it's sending a message, being like, guys, come on, step it up. And I think that's that on a macro level. And we'll see what happens. But again, just one of those situations. I'm not gonna say it was avoidable. I mean, the Blues played better, obviously. They've got a talented team. I mean, you got a number one defenseman, Peter Angelo. You got one of the most talented offensive players in the league, and Vladimir Tarasenko. And they thought they had some decent goaltending. That hasn't been the case. And if they're able to address the goaltending between now and the deadline, maybe they're able to get back to where they wanted to be. But they'll be doing that with Mike Yeo and not Ken Hitchcock. Anyway, that's all I got in this episode of the Power Play with CJ. Stay tuned for episodes throughout the season and beyond. Later, guys.